Welcome to Ably Seminars session. Today, our topic will be depreciation. If you go, what's depreciation? That's a depreciation or loss in value of a property that you just bought, which is usually the buildings, but not the land. So when we talk about depreciation, when we appraise the property by either what we call the cost or capitalization approach, the necessity for estimating depreciation is very important. And this type of depreciation is defined as a loss in value to the improvements of property due to any of the following causes, which be 1, deterioration, 2, functional obsolescence, and 3, external obsolescence. So let's go over these three categories. 1, deterioration. Land does not depreciate. It doesn't deteriorate usually, but the building does. Because if you put lumber in the house, you kill the living organism and you cut the tree, build the house. Eventually, that lumber will deteriorate and basically decompose. So there's loss in value of the property. So physical deterioration is defined as ordinary wear and tear on the improvement or unrepaired damage to the structure. So in Hawaii, what kind of deterioration do we have? Well, we have the almighty termites, the ground termites and the drywood termites that can eat a house up in a year or two and basically demolish the house. So now people have to tent the house, ground treat the property so that those doggone vermins will not eat the house up. So that's termite damage. Then in Hawaii, we have mold because we have high moisture content. And then we have mildew. And then we have roof and structural components that deteriorate. Now, Hawaii has a very high ultraviolet ray deterioration. So the roof materials that may last a lot longer in the mainland do not last as long in Hawaii. And then, of course, because we're surrounded by water, it rusts. Everything rusts. If you're close to the ocean, everything will rust. If you're inland, it may rust. But nevertheless, we have what we call physical deterioration. Now, I've been to New Mexico years ago, and they have those adobe brick homes. They're built in the 1600s. They're still strong and sturdy. We don't have that kind of environmental conditions in Hawaii. So because of our moisture content, because the wind, the sun, and the termites, and the mold and mildew, our homes will deteriorate faster than the mainland. The second deterioration is what they call functional obsolescence. Think about this. The way we live today is quite different from the way we lived, say, 40, 50 years ago. Dad went to work, mom stayed home, the kids either walked, caught the bus, or rode their bikes to school. And so they needed a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home with a 1-car carport because dad drove, but the kids didn't. Fast forward to today's market, and we need at least 2 or 3 bathrooms. We need 2 or 3 car garage or carport because everybody is driving. And mom may not stay home. She may go to work after the kids are grown. So the lifestyle has changed dramatically, and therefore, what they used to build before was okay for the society that we lived in, but today, life has changed. The lifestyle has changed. So therefore, the functional obsolescence, we see that quite often, and the homes have to be expanded. They have to have more bathrooms, more bedrooms, and the electricity. Can you imagine all the electrical needs with all the high-powered technology we have? Totally different. So that's called functional obsolescence. And then we have what we call external obsolescence. This is also called economic obsolescence. There's a loss in value that could be caused by the changes that are external or outside the subject property, such as residence in a close proximity to a new high-speed highway, or industrial complex, or to a new airport, which has its approach path overhead. I remember when I was younger, the freeway, the Lunalilo Freeway in Makiki area. A lot of the homes that were in the way of the freeway, they had to be condemned. And with eminent domain, the government said, we need your land for the freeway, so you need to move. So they tore down the homes and built the freeway. While the homes that were right next to the new freeway now really are noisy, and they have a lot of soot and oil and pollution right into their home. Before the freeway, they didn't have that problem. So those are the kinds of issues that modern world poses for us. What if there's a shopping center that's going to come up near your home? Is that good or bad? Depends. If it's going to help, increase the vibrancy of the neighborhood and have lots of shopping and dining options, maybe that's better. But if it's going to cause too much traffic and too much noise, then maybe it's not as good. So the external obsolescence, or what we call economic obsolescence, could deteriorate the value of the property. So when you look at those three values, you have the deterioration, functional obsolescence, and external obsolescence. The question is, are these obsolescences fixable or not fixable? On a house that's functionally obsolete, you could add a bathroom or two, you could add more car parking, you could have another bedroom, you could increase the electrical supply that will basically take care of the increased needs of the home. Even things like solar or solar heating, solar water heating, they require new types of roof and new types of electricity. So those are the kinds of issues that either it's curable or not curable. I hope you understand a little more about the different types of deterioration and decrease in value or functionality to a house as we change our lifestyle and the way society has developed. Hope this helps.